architect and I'm also the vice president of a London Borough Chamber of Commerce. My question actually goes to Faik. You said actually we need to be self-critical, and I also understand what you're saying about the CHP is inclusive, more inclusive. But tell me actually, how many elections we lost in Turkey under Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu's leadership, and how many elections do we have to lose in order to be self-critical about that? I mean, just as everybody says, we have actually a crisis in that, and be self-critical to us, and love to actually hear your
second question, yes please.
Yes, Uğur Doğan, student diplomacy and foreign policy. I wanted to ask, what is the position of the CHP regarding the Gülen movement? Because you said that the government were reforming the justice system in Turkey, but how can you accept that judge of the Republic or prosecutor of the Republic who calls the USA for asking how we will judge an affair? Do you think it's normal? I think we should all condemn that, this parallel states organization, and I want to know your views. Thank you.
The relation between CHP and Gülen?
No, your view about the Gülen movement.
Yes, please.
My name is Erol Başarık. Welcome to London. But I will start criticizing you. You punished the IKP's economic success,
In some
which I don't see any success at all. I think since they came to power, they started ruining Turkey. First of all, they sold almost everything, and still they are selling very fast all the national assets, which they got about 60 billion Turkish lira. And they are, as I say, still selling very fast. And secondly, they follow the sort of economy that borrowing, like people were borrowing, which when AKP came to power, on credit cards, people about 5-6 billion Turkish lira.
No, 60.
Now about 180 billion, so 30 times more. And also, like the private sector and the government borrowings went up hundreds of billions of dollars. These are all facts. So anybody, excuse my language, I don't want to insult, knows a bit economics, knows that any government, if they spend, economy may go up faster. Okay? So, and also, Tayyip Erdoğan's government was very lucky, because since they came to power, the economics in the world were very active. Everybody is buying and selling. Now it's going into the crisis, which they say big crisis Turkey is facing now. To me, crisis started since they came to power. But because it is the politics, some European governments, United States, they want to see Cyprus goes from Turkey. They want to see Turkey is divided by Kurds. They want to see Armenians. We must say that we have done we killed that sort of things. So they
can you ask the question, please?
Questions? I think these are important as well. Anyway, I will make it short. I think you were saying that what's wrong with CHP? CHP has an identity problem. Because as you say, they quarrel inside. That's the reason, because some of you doesn't follow the Ataturk's principles. And some of them 4-6 arrows, which is Ataturk's principle. That's one of the reasons. CHP should find their identity, which is lost for a long time.
I think we have to stop here because we should give the chance to other people who would like to ask their questions.
A lot of
Thank you very
things
much.
to say,
I
but
know, but these are your comments. We'd like to get the questions as well in the meantime. Yes, could I have this final question? Yes, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Josh. I work with CEFTUS. First of all, thank you very much for both of your very informative speeches. I wanted to pick up on the issue of perception that Faik Tunay rightly pointed out. Speaking to supporters of Erdogan, and I have many friends who do, one thing that constantly appears is they talk about the man's charisma and his personality. When I was in Turkey, the video I probably was most shown was that famous one in the Davos Economic Conference where he stood up and walked out. So for them, clearly that's a very important point. And as you quite rightly said, part of that is due to the AKP's resources and their manipulation, etc. But it does take two. So I do believe that mentality does also have a factor to play in this. That for many of his supporters, then the character is the most important thing. So I think my question is, how can we move beyond that? And how can we maybe help these people see or realize the consequences of Tayyip Erdogan's actions and of his policies, and pay more attention to the actual political content of his policies rather than how great he looks on TV? Thank you.
Your question, you talk about the glamour and the parallel state. I just want to say something about that, and I would like to share my personal point of view. I'm always in TVs and on debates, and I'm saying I have nothing, any connections with any religious sects, but I'm open to all of them. You know, I have many friends from the Gülen movement, from Süleyman and from other religious sects, because I'm a politician, and I have many friends, and I cannot tell my friends that why you are in this religious sects, but I'm not dependent, or I'm not a member of any religious sects. But what I wonder, 17th of December, the morning, this political scandal occurred in Turkey, and immediately the Prime Minister, the ex-Prime Minister, now the President and the ministers of AKP and the members of AKP, they started to use the word parallel state, you know. And I wonder why 16th of December, they were not saying anything about parallel state. When some people from CHP or from MHP or from other people, the soldiers, the military, the Turkish army, were criticizing the Gülen movement or the people from the Gülen movement, the AKP guys, the representatives of AKP, were defending Gülen movement. And they were saying that all the accusations are not correct, we don't accept, we don't admit, and Gülen movement is the right organization, right religious sect for the benefits of Turkey. But immediately, 17th of December, they created a new word. They started to use parallel state. So CHP's policy all the time the same. Before 17th of December or after 17th of December. If you look and if you watch the internet, the televisions, you can see thousands of comments which were made by AKP guys before 17th of December, positive comments. But in one day, totally changed and negative comments. So I'm asking, what happened? Why? To be true, there were some parallel people in the security forces, in the judicial system. But I'm always telling them, the AKP guys, you are in power for over 12 years. So you are the only ruling party, no coalition. Who are these people? 1 year passed. We want to learn. Take them, punish them, and the Turkish citizens, you, me, and all of us should see them. What did they do? What they are doing. But I believe that after 17th of December, when somebody is criticizing AKP, when somebody says, look, they are not doing this in the right way, they are doing wrong, immediately they say, he's from parallel state, he's from Gülen movement. This is not right, and this is not correct. So, the good things, when you talk about good things, they say, okay, we did this. This is our success story. But when you talk about the bad things, parallel state did. It's not fair, I think, and it's not good. I'm repeating again. I believe that there are some people in the security forces, in judicial system, they maybe listen illegally people, they did something, but I would like to learn who are these people. Take them and punish them. You are so powerful, no coalition. You are ruling Turkey for over 12 years. But if all the time demonstrations in every corner of Turkey you are using the word parallel state, the citizens, fed up with that. Who are these people from parallel state and what did they do? We would like to learn. So as a CHP and as a personal, we don't have any connection with the Gülen movement, but I told you I'm a politician and I have many friends from different religious sects. I visit them, they visit me, they come to parliament, so it's normal, as another member of the parliament, but we don't have any connections. And what Erdogan is trying to do, he all the time says MHP, CHP, even HDP, the Kurdish party, he says these all opposition parties, they speak in one voice, single voice, and they took and they are taking instructions from Pennsylvania, which is tragicomic, I think. And 2 weeks ago, I was with one guy, and he told me that the surveys show that the parallel state word, the support to parallel state word is decreasing sharply. Because for 1 year, we are listening all the time, day by day, parallel state, parallel state, parallel state, but no punishments. Nobody knows who are these people. We cannot see anything. Some policemen, they arrested them, I think totally 100 policemen they arrested, and now only 20 policemen is in prison. 80 of them were out of the prison. So we would like to, again I'm repeating, we would like to know who are these people and what did they do. What did they? So you cannot accuse CHP and MHP and other opposition parties. You are cooperating with the Gülen movement. I will tell you that, repeating, before 17th of December, you were not telling anything about Gülen movement. You were all the time talking positive. One night everything changed, and now you are against the Gülen movement. I think they are not sincere and they are not frank. I don't like this behavior. This is my idea. Another question?
Charm of Erdogan and you're always talking about how powerful and how charismatic Erdogan is, but
so how to move beyond that?
when the Turkish people come to realize that there is more to it, that his policies in fact is what matters, not his charm. When shall we learn that as a nation?
Turkey is a really different country, There was one businessman, he established one political party, his name was Cemuzan, youth party, He established the party in 65 days, he got 7%. In 2002 elections, Modernising Party, Turkish Party, MHP, National Movements Party couldn't pass the election barrier. They were out of the parliament. Also Cemuzan, he couldn't pass, but in 63 days he got 7.3%. I was talking with the people, why you voted to Cemuzan, because I was active in Modernising Party. Believe me, most of the people were telling me that he's a charismatic guy, he's a handsome guy, he's a businessman, he's a successful guy. Not all of the people, I don't say, but majority of them, most of them. So Turkish people I don't know, how can you define, how can you describe, but for Turkish people it's very important. Tansu Çiller, she was a prime minister of Turkey. I know many people, why you voted for Tansu Çiller? She was a beautiful woman. Many of them. So Turkey is like that. But the Turkish people and the Turkish citizens will understand maybe after 5 years or after 10 years if this polarization will go like that, and if the policies of Erdogan will go like that, they will understand that how they made a mistake. Because now